खिड़की तो खोलिए, हमारी तारीफ जरा लंबी।
आज हम भी वो है जो कभी किसी के पीछे।
बचपन से है सर पे अल्लाह का हाथ, और अल्लाह रखा है अपने साथ।
पुराना
बाजू पे 786 का है बिल्ला, 20 नंबर की बीड़ी पीता हूँ, काम करता हूँ कुली का, और नाम है
अमिताभ बच्चन।
मिस्टर अमिताभ बच्चन।
अमिताभ बच्चन।
अमिताभ बच्चन। अमिताभ बच्चन।
अमिताभ बच्चन।
नमस्कार, मैं अमिताभ बच्चन बोल रहा हूँ।
आज हम भी वो है जो कभी किसी के पीछे।
कुछ तो जिसने बच्ची अपनी माँ को रिश्ते में तो हम तुम्हारे काम का इंतजार तो 11 मुल्कों की पुलिस कर रही है, लेकिन
तुम्हारा नाम क्या है?
जब तक बैठने को कहा ना जाए तब तक चुपचाप खड़े रहो।
ये पुलिस स्टेशन है, तुम्हारे बाप का घर नहीं।
आई
मैं अमिताभ बच्चन बोल रहा हूँ।
Amitabh Bachchan.
अमिताभ बच्चन।
Amitabh Bachchan's advocacy for preserving India's film heritage really has been exceptional. I mean, as a career spanning over 5 decades, he's a celebrated actor who's put considerable weight of his reputation behind the cause of film preservation in India and actually the entire subcontinent.
ये कोले की कान एक अजगर है सेठ साहब, जो रोज अनगिनत मजदूरों को निगलता है और उन्हें चबा के, पीस के, कुचल के, उनके जिस्मों से जिंदगी का एक एक कतरा चूस कर एक लाश की सूरत में उन्हें वापस उगल देता है।
मैं अमिताभ बच्चन आप सभी को शुभकामनाएं देते हुए शुरू करता हूँ। कौन बनेगा करोड़पति। हमारी अदालतों में जस्टिस नहीं जजमेंट होता, इंसाफ नहीं फैसला होता।
There was a phase when you came from Calcutta to make it as an actor in Bombay. After the initial success of Anand, there were how many flops?
I forget.
About a dozen at least, yeah? And a very low phase. Then there is the 82 episode, when we nearly lose you. Then there is another phase, when you're misdiagnosed with myasthenia and people feel it's a degenerative disease, which of course, thank God it wasn't. Then there's the post-Bofors phase. And then there's this phase. You've had more bad phases than most people have had good phases.
Yeah, I guess that's my destiny.
Pain is my destiny and I can't avoid it.
So there were about 90 crore rupees to be paid back. There were about 55 legal cases that were
55?
against. Yeah. And there were creditors on the door every day. Very embarrassing, very humiliating. People whom who had wanted access to AB Corp or access to meeting me, and who were kind of excited by the fact that they were associating themselves with the company and with me and Chehre, suddenly changed their expressions on their faces, became very hostile, became very humiliating and rude. The media obviously picking up facts and adding that bit. So all in all, not a very good picture.
It was a mistake.
Why do you say that? I should not have taken that decision. I feel that 5 years was too long a gap to have kept myself away from the film industry, and then to come back and expect nothing to have changed was a little too ambitious or too presumptuous. A lot of water had flown, and I was obviously not in contact with the water that had flown past, and therefore all the choices that I made, all the decisions that I took were horribly, horribly wrong.
अश्रु, श्वेत, रक्त से लथपथ, 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 अग्निपथ, अग्निपथ, अग्निपथ.
Things happen collectively. I think when you go wrong in one department, then everything else crashes all around you. People lose faith in you. People don't want to see your face anymore. People think you're not an actor. People think that the films you're making are not worth seeing. People think that the way you dress, the way you look is not correct. Everything goes wrong because something has gone wrong in your life. And everyone wants to then say, it's over for you. Let's bury this guy, give him a good epithet, that's it. So that's how bad it was.
How many films did you have on hand at that low phase?
I had no films.
None at all?
No. And I had no money. And I was bankrupt. And I had debts of 90 crores, which are really belonging to the company.
Did you see a way out?
No way out at all. got up at 4 one morning and I went to my office and I sat on my desk and I said, what is it that I can do best? And I felt that I could act. So I thought that I must get back to acting. And I walked across to my dear friend, Mr. Yash Chopra, who lives just behind my house. And I said, I'm out of job.
Early in the morning?
Yeah. And I'm out of job. Give me a job. And he, within a minute, said, I have a film called Mohabbatein, and we have a role for you. And would you work in it? I said, fine. And that's how things started.
Really?
Yeah.
It was that desperate at that stage?
Yeah.
You're looking older on screen, but you're not really looking that much older in real life.
Okay, that's very encouraging. There's hope.
There's hope, there's hope. आपको थोड़ा सा वो दिल नहीं भर गया एक्टिंग कर करके, मेकअप लगा के, हाँ? अभी तक वही मजा है क्या?
हाँ, बिल्कुल वही मजा।
Come on, Vishwas, drop the gun. देखो विश्वास, तुम सिर्फ सुन सकते हो, मैं देख भी सकता हूं. Come on, drop it now. Drop the gun. Good boy.
Okay, there is a sort of negative strain to your character. You're doing more negative roles than before, aren't you?
Yes. It's interesting because earlier on you are kind of bound by the Indian commercial escapist cinema format, and the leading men dare not do anything different. But it's wonderful to get an opportunity to do that now.
गांधी जी खुद आकर के 150 जूता देंगे तुझ जैसे शरीफ आदमी को।
इसी ड्यूटी के नाम पर पिछले 48 घंटे से हम सब मौत के साथ जूझ रहे हैं और हमारा डिपार्टमेंट हमारी ठोकले पर तुला हुआ है। वो हरामखोर देवदर लगातार कानून के साथ बलात्कार किया जा रहा है क्योंकि हमारा ये अफसर नायडू उसका दलाल बना बैठा है।
For this joyous and eventful evening, मिशेल ने सारा के लिए एक स्पीच तैयार की थी।
Like when I see black now, I hate to see that dining room scene where I'm going to read the letter.
सारा ने अपनी जिंदगी की सारी खुशियां मेरे साथ बांटी। मेरा हाथ थाम कर एक कमरे से दूसरे कमरे तक ले जाती, माँ की गैर हाजिरी में मुझे खाना खिलाती, बीच रात जगा कर पूछती, मैं पानी पीने जा रही हूँ, तुम्हें पीना है? बेसब्री से इंतजार।
But Amitabh, at that moment, I remember, because I was working with Mr. Bansali on Savaria.
Yeah.
That was his next film. So when you read that letter and you get choked, there is a certain movement in your jaw. Mr. Bansali pointed that out so many times to me because he's saying like,
oh gosh,
apart from being the gifted actor that you're also such a physical actor, who knows to use his muscles and has control over his facial muscles. So I remember that shot so clearly because he ingrained it.
Oh gosh,
as an actor, you should.
This is the first time I'm hearing it.
Do you remember that shot?
I remember the shot for another reason.
Okay.
I remember that shot because of the mistake that I made.
What mistake?
The mistake was that I pull out the letter and I go for my specs and start reading. That was wrong. How do I know that my specs say here if I'm suffering from Alzheimer's?
But you've been too harsh on yourself.
No. I really should have brought out that letter and thought about it and then brought it out. It's just a little moment, but...
It's important, however.
The moment I took the letter, I just went straight to my specs and took it out. That was wrong, and I cursed myself. And I kept telling Sanjay.
And the fact that you have this quality, you are blessed.
Do some gardening.
Gardening?
And grow my own potatoes and tomatoes and stuff like that.
You're serious?
Yeah.
You're not serious?
No, I am.
Yeah? 2 years from now, Amitabh Bachchan superstar to Amitabh Bachchan gardener.
What's the problem?